I have come here to chew bubblegum and vacuum seal ammo, and I'm all out of bubblegum. All the way like that. Whoa. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Hey, what's up YouTube? Double Law Josh coming at you guys today with my 88th vacuum sealing video, and today we're going to continue with this American Eagle the 62 grain 556 green tip, as you see, just like in the previous video. So let's go ahead and pull one out just to give you guys a quick show. Here's what the cartridge looks like. And from the previous video, here's one of the two. I didn't put a date or a number on these. I could with a permanent marker, but I'm just not really feeling like it. So here's what the final product is looking like. And just like in the previous videos, let's go ahead and start out with some measurements. So when you look at the bag itself, you'll need about 1 inch of bag on the bottom here. And then for this top portion, I'm just being really careful not to let any of the tips kind of puncture the bag. You're gonna need, now the camera turned off, you'll need about 4 inches for the top portion here. Okay, so that's 1 5 inches. Now when we look at the actual cartridge itself, you'll see that when you measure just the height of it, it's about 2 1/4 inches. Now when you add up those three measurements, you're gonna come up with 7 1/4. And so that's how much we'll need to cut out of our bag up top here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put this aside real quick and get out 7 1/4 inches of bag. Alright, got my measuring tape out, all nice and set. Don't want to take too much time on this video, of course. Alright, that looks to be about like 7 1/4 inches. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so right now what we have is just kind of like a sleeve, and what we need to do is seal off one end to make a bag, of course. So let's go ahead and do that. Over here on the machine, the first thing we're going to do is, of course, turn it on, and then we're going to press seal. You'll see the red light of death come on. And in terms of which way to feed the bag, you want to look at the side, and you see how that kind of like curls in. That's the way we're going to go ahead and feed it into the machine. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm actually going to do this other side first because it's a little bit like crinkled. So let's go ahead and do, man, I'm just kind of mumbling tonight. Of course, curled side in or curled side down. Okay, and it just released it. Alright, let's take a look at the seal, make sure it's good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so we need to wait at least 20 seconds for the machine to cool down. So right now it's 5:38:48 on the second hand. So while it's cooling down, let's go ahead and load up the bag with 25 rounds as we determined from the previous video. And I'll probably go ahead and just speed this part up because, you know, it's kind of boring. And as I put them inside the bag, of course, I'm going to flip each one around so they're facing opposite directions, just so we get a nice, you know, even flat line of cartridges going along the bottom here. And something else I forgot to mention is, you know, when we feed the bag inside, it's going to be curled side down. So what I found out from the previous videos is it's good to just kind of get in position to feed this into the machine and not have to like flip it around or flip it upside down, because these the cartridges roll around a lot, as you can probably already see. I think that might be 25, but let's give it a quick count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yep, that's 25 cartridges, and I'm gonna try not to pick it up or flip it around or anything. So the next thing we want to do is try to get them kind of flush with the back, or kind of seated inside of the bag as best as possible. Of course, we don't want to push too hard in it on the back here and puncture the seal or puncture the bag in any way, but just kind of ease them, work them into the bag, make sure they're well seated. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, so I can pretty much guarantee you that at least 20 seconds have passed, but just in case you're wondering, it's 5:43:18. So we should be good to go ahead and feed it inside the machine. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull the bag nice and taut, pull it nice and tight right down here, as close to the cartridges as possible. And as soon as the machine starts working, I'm going to give it the whole bag, everything, a good shove forward to give the machine as much slack as possible to work properly. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pull it somewhat tight along the right where the cartridges are. I'm going to feed it into the machine. Okay, I just released it. Let's take a look at the top seal. Looks good. And here's the cartridges themselves. Very nice. Alright guys, there you have it. My 88th bag of vacuum sealed ammo. And as always, thanks for watching, subscribing, and have a good night.